Double trouble up in the house. I'm here. I'm here. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Uh, good first day of the week to everybody. Y'all treating it like it's the last day of the week. You know, going to church looking for God, and God was there yesterday. And y'all up in there today, getting your praise and worship on. And you done miss God. You know? So what's going on with y'all? See, I got my rack back there, man. You know, to dry my clothes. I wash them and dry them myself. Because if my wife was here, that's what she would do. So I just do what she do. Anyway, listen, man. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to help somebody today. Man, the anointing is always on the first. Let me say that again. The anointing is always on the first. Well, true conductor, what is the anointing? That's growth. Those are ideas. That's what the anointing is ideas to grow. Okay? You can expand whatever that idea that came to you, that you accepted. You'll be able to build on it. You'll be able to expand it. See? And it'll lead you to other ideas. That's the anointing. When you're the first. And unfortunately, you got a lot of people out here that's trying to be like somebody else. They're not trying to be the original. They're not trying to be the first. They want to be a copy. And too many people right now want to be copies. They're afraid to be original. Because, I mean, look how we treat originals. Let me tell you the one thing I've learned going through this process that I'm going through. No matter what state you're in, no matter what your condition is, man, don't you be afraid to help nobody else when you going through some stuff. When you experiencing something bad, man, don't close your heart. Don't close your fist up because of what you need. You know, you holding on to everything because of your need. Man, let that stuff go. Let it go. It'll come back to you. It'll come back. And if it don't come back to you, it's going to come back to you, one of your children, one of your grandchildren, one of your great-great-great-grand. Somebody going to get it. Whether it's good or bad. You'll pass it down. Okay? So I say ain't nobody interested in my new concept here. I ain't got nobody up in here. I got 3 minutes and, yeah, 3.5 minutes, man. Had one person come in and they gone. So I'm sitting up in here talking to myself. Ain't that something? But it ain't gonna be like that always. Cause people gonna be starting. Man, imagine. What I wanna see is what it feels like to be able to give when all my needs are met. That's what I want to experience, man. What would it be like to help somebody when all your needs are met, man? You ain't got a worry in the world. How generous would you be? Not generous at all, true conductor. I wouldn't. Shoot. Let him get out here and get it like I got it. That's what a lot of y'all be saying. I ain't being that. This ain't the time to be generous. This ain't the time to be kind. Let them get out here and get it like I got it. Well, maybe they're not as fortunate as you. Maybe they don't have the opportunities that you had. Maybe they don't have the drive that you had. Maybe they don't have the ambition or the courage. You see, a lot of people have been beat down, man. A lot of people have been discouraged. You know, this is why we don't speak to each other now. This is why we don't trust each other now. Look at the discord that is being sown among us, good people. Look at the discord that good people have allowed to be sown among them. And they don't know how to get it out. What's going on? They don't know how to get it out. They have no clue, man, how to get the discord that's among good people out. And that's sad. When good people don't know how to help themselves. And evil is just having its way. And we sitting back, you know, like everything's good. Miserable. Paying high prices. Screwed at the grocery store, screwed at the gas pump, screwed at the pharmacy. And we fighting each other. And all of us are screwed. And we still fighting each other. We can't even see what we got in common. That's the tragedy of this. People don't even want to sit down to see what they have in common. But yet, they hate each other. And see, hatred in our community is deadly. Let me say that again. See, hatred in the black community is deadly. When we hate each other, we kill each other. Automatically, we just kill each other. That's why violence is so high in the black community. Because our hatred is deadly among each other. But we only get excited when somebody white kills us. I missed your Twitter live. Probably wasn't about shit anyway. I got an atheist up here, man. I'm surprised you still around. I'm surprised you still around. You still up in here talking talk. Like ain't nothing gonna happen to you, boy. It's a long month early yet. Ain't but 5 days in, so don't get too excited. Something going on in you. The ancestors ain't gonna sit back and watch you do what you do, man, and not retaliate. See, that's what you don't understand, man. Listen to me, y'all. Black history is the last frontier of tourism. You're being interviewed, okay, conservative atheists, AKA don't believe in God, don't believe in miracles, is being interviewed at noon. He think anything could happen between now and noon. But he's being interviewed at noon. Who's interviewing you, man? Who's interviewing you so I can tell the people? I'm telling them right now. I'm on 2 channels on YouTube. I got 2 phones going on YouTube at the same time. 2 different angles. So who's interviewing you? I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell the other channel. I got 2 people over in the other room. Just you in here. Just you. I told you, man. I'm on 2 phones. I'm trying to build up a base, man. See, most people broadcast on. Most people see. I got another phone. At least I got 2 on the other phone. See, I'm broadcasting on 2 phones, not 1 like you do. I'm on 2 phones. See, I got 2 phones going at the same time on YouTube. See, ain't nobody thought about doing that. Everybody get up in here with 1 phone. Now I got 2. You know, imagine if I had some money, man. Why? Because it gives people a different angle. You know, it gives people a different angle. That's why. You know, it's creative. That's why. Nobody thought about doing it like this. That's why. It's something new. And watch and see. A lot of people gonna start catching on doing this. You're gonna see a whole lot more people coming on YouTube using two phones now. Cause everybody been wanting to. Damn, there he is twice. Look at him. He close up and he far away. See, that's how that work. And they simultaneous. That's creativity, man. I don't care what you say. That's creativity. You just jealous cause you don't have none. That's all. All right. Okay. If I miss it, well, you got to tell me who, man. Who? What am I looking for? How I'm gonna miss catch when I don't know what I'm looking for? Tell me what I'm looking for. Probably some right wing group that hate black people. More than likely is who gonna interview you. I wouldn't be surprised. These people don't like black folk that's interviewing you. Am I right? Am I right? This is gonna be an anti-black history interview. Am I right? Oh, it's a Jewish man. Well, they don't like black people either. You act like Jewish people like black folk. They don't like black people. And why would a Jewish man be interviewing you, an atheist? That's kind of curious. Why would a Jewish man be interviewing an atheist? No, seriously. Why are you being interviewed by an atheist? I mean, by a Jewish man. What's his agenda? And why are you afraid to get this man's name? Nobody's gonna, do anything. We just want to see. No idea. Well, you should be thinking about stuff like that. Here you are, dying of cancer, and now you got people want to interview you. I'm not gonna, man. I'm not that petty. I'm not that petty. I could care less about what you're doing. I ain't got to harass him. I'm not that petty, man. That ain't changing my life whatsoever. That's not affecting me whatsoever. Oh no. I don't do stuff like that. That's your MO. See, that's what you do. You get out and be trying to talk about people and dox people and all this other stuff, and you done dox me. There we go. Now, I got the position right now. See, yeah, right over each other. Now, let's see here. All right. All right. We working it now, buddy. See, this gonna be the new trend on YouTube now. Right here. See, I got the phones right over each other. Yes, I do. What's going on, Lady Liberty? How you doing? Well, see, that's the problem, Lady Liberty. Good people cannot recognize other good people. This is why the world is in the situation that it's in now. Good people can't recognize themselves. They don't want to recognize themselves. Because if good people start promoting other good people, imagine the impact we would have on the world. See, we wouldn't have to go over there to bad people. You wouldn't have to go to OnlyFans. You wouldn't have to sell your soul on some of these X-rated sites just to be able to survive, just to be able to make a living. See, and this is the problem. So since they can't see how to make ends meet doing it the right way, they're gonna go do it wrong. And this is the problem, man. We got too many people doing it the wrong way because they don't see enough examples of people being successful doing it the right way. I mean, it's just that simple. And that's where we're gonna find ourselves, and it's only hurting all of us because we all are at risk. We're all in danger, and we don't see that. Well, um, Lady Liberty. See, some of them people on OnlyFans are Christians. You got some Christians on OnlyFans. I'm not homeless, man. I'm in transition. That's a difference, man. Do I look homeless? I'm in transition, man. I'm in transition, and for all you know, shit, I could have a new place before the end of the month. You don't know that. You don't know what God has in store for me, man. Oh, transition to a dumpster. Okay. All right. Well, if you think so, that's according to you. That's not according to God. See, again, man, and see, and see, um, everybody, yeah, we all are in transition. This boy is in transition. He dying. And he got the nerve to come up here and tease me. And he got cancer. He dying from cancer. And he don't even know what stage it is. And he coming up in here with all his negativity. And he got cancer. And don't know how bad it is. Talking about he healed. And that stuff is just growing. Doctors ain't gonna heal you. Because if they healed you, they'd be out of business. They need you to keep coming back. Yes, isn't that ironic? If I only knew. Really? No, if you only knew. Dude, this all this negativity, all of this hatred that you have, you think you're gonna be able to just waltz out of here and not account for that? You think you ain't gonna suffer for some of that? Come on, man. Wake up. You gonna pay conservative atheists. Oh, you don't hate anyone, really? Oh, what you call it? If it ain't hate, what you call it? Oh, you just don't. Oh, you don't believe in magic stories. Okay. Okay. I mean, man, you're entitled to believe whatever you want to. I have no influence. I have no. I can't do nothing about that. Okay. But I can tell you that. Well, good morning, Jamie. We're going back to the White House today. We don't go out on Saturdays. But I'll be back at the White House today, man, as usual. Okay. Thank you, Lady Liberty. Yeah, I'll be back at the White House as usual today. You know, it's gonna start picking up around that White House because it's getting close to election, and a lot of changes are gonna be made. Our president is not in any kind of mental condition to be able to run again. I mean, it's obvious that as a senior citizen, he's dealing with some issues, and we want to pretend like we don't see it, and we see it, and it's embarrassing. you know. So um, it's gonna be some movement in that White House, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you know, they making plans right now because they know the end is near. Okay, the end is near, and they know it. And unfortunately, you're gonna have so many people that's just sitting on the sidelines, man, watching, and won't even lift one finger or one voice in protest. That's gonna be the problem, right there. All right. Oh, I can't even see what time it is. Oh, I've been on here 20 minutes. Um, but no, man. Be the first. Be the one to come up with the idea, cause you're the one that embraced it, and you're the one that it's gonna talk to. Yeah, it has to. You see, and and sometimes you're gonna make mistakes because you aren't used to your intuition. You aren't used to, as conservative atheists say, man, you're in the room by yourself. See, don't nobody even want to be up in that evil with you. Don't nobody even want to be in that evil with you, man. You in there by yourself. I got four people on the other channel, man. They don't even want to be up in there with you. Leave him over there by himself. God dog. Man, how you feel? People don't even want to be around you. You know, that's pathetic. That is pathetic. And I've been on here 22 minutes, and I got four people on this other channel, and you bet you up in there by yourself. I guess they must see, oh shoot, conservative atheists up in here, ain't gonna be no peace. And where's your clown buddy at with you? I'm surprised he ain't up in here. And y'all spelling nigga. Where's your clown buddy at to be with you? Your Ace Boone Coon. And you got the nerve to try to tease somebody and talk. And see, ladies and gentlemen, this is really is a snapshot of what's wrong with the world. Yeah, scam. I don't know. He probably in here. Um, this is what's wrong with the world right now. You have too many people that are trying, that are really participating, and they're being bullied by people like conservative atheists. You know, we have a lot of good people that are trying to be the solution, trying to be the answer, trying to be proactive, and people are bullying them. Talking about they clout chasing. You know? Oh, Scams on, sure, man. I've been on his show. I've been on his show already. Yeah, I've been on Scam Zone show. Rob. Yeah, I've been on Rob's show. I've been on it. That'll be interesting. I watched that. Yeah, I watched that. But I was going, I was hoping, cause at noon I'm gonna be at the White House. At noon I'll be at the White House. I just want to know who is this that's gonna interview you today. What's this big show you gonna be on? Why don't you give up that information? Man, I like this concept. Having two telephones at one time. And right on each other. I literally have the phones right on each other. Ain't that something? You know, I mean, wow. Oh, you say it's pointless? Maybe it is. But you still in the room by yourself. Maybe that's why you think it's fun. Why don't you come on, leave this room and come on into the other room? Well, see, listen to me out. Listen to me out. People are getting filthy rich off the division of Americans. People are making money off this division. People are making money stroking this hatred. They're making money, man. And we're, because we're taking it personal, and we jumping in all in. That's why we've been used. And then they're gonna snatch the rug from under you. Look, if you think I'm lying, look at the January 6 people. A lot of them people got the rug snatched right from under them, and they thought they was right. They thought what they was doing was the right thing to do. And people took advantage of it. You know, it's just a situation that got out of hand, and you know, you had some bad actors that just went in and you already got a angry crowd. So it's nothing to stroke to make people upset. And saying this is one of the things, you know, I be telling people about TikTok. Everybody and their mama is on TikTok. Everybody and their mama on TikTok. And man, that you notice how you see all these fights. You see all this crime on TikTok. You see all this death on TikTok. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed some of the graphic stuff that you can see on TikTok? And who owns TikTok? Chinese. Chinese own TikTok. You think that app can control your phone? Where are most phones made? China. You think that app can't have an impact on your phone? You think they can't spy with that app? I mean, you're giving permission to your camera and your microphone and your bank account. You're giving permission for that. You getting permission to be able to take control of your camera and take control of your microphone. You give them permission. And you think they ain't listening to you if you ain't on the app? And you done gave them permission? Somebody's listening to you right now. You're not aware of it, but somebody's always listening to you. Say the wrong thing, and you see. There's no such thing as privacy in the world, not just America. Man, you ain't got no privacy. He say, why should I care? Well, you should, because you know you got a lot of foul language with you, man. You associated with a lot of hatred. You should care what somebody think. You should. I don't see why not. But anyway, man, stop being afraid to be the first. That's what anointing is. When you're the first one to do something, when you're the creator, man, that idea is gonna talk to you. That idea is gonna grow in your mind. And if it ain't growing in your mind, it's dead. Man, wow. Now I got 4 people on each phone. Boy, that's progress. That's progress right there. A lot of people would say, man, 4 people, man, that's progress. When I can start using 2 different phones and I get people on both phones, that's progress. And for a long time, I only had one. It is something to brag. Man, the Bible say don't despise small beginnings. You know, and this 4,000, this 4 will be 4,000 one day, and 40,000 one day. Oh, thousands of people listen to your broadcast. That's why the world is so bitter, because they listen to that hatred. Isn't that interesting? You know, you can get people that can brag about doing it the wrong way and how successful they are. And see, listen to me. When you're going through some stuff, don't shut up your heart. Keep your heart open. When you're going through some stuff, keep your heart open. Okay? Don't close your heart, because you might be experiencing some adversity. Keep your heart open and keep giving. Keep being you, man. Don't let your circumstances dictate your kindness or your lack of. Okay. And that's the one thing that I can say I've learned the most with experiencing this transition that I'm in. That even in spite of, man, still help. We all trying to make it out here, man. We all are trying to make it. Okay. We all, you know, everybody's trying to make ends meet. Who isn't? I mean, seriously, who isn't trying to make ends meet? And some are more successful than others. That's why we have the differences. That's why we have the different classes. Because some people are more diligent than others. Some people can work through adversity. Some people jump off buildings when they're faced with adversity, or hurt themselves, harm themselves. You know, there are a variety of ways people can give up, and sometimes it can be fatal. You know, and that's the tragedy. All right. We have too many options to do it the wrong way, and I think that's one of the problems we face right now in society. There are so many options for you to do it the wrong way and get paid, mind you. I'm not talking about just doing it the wrong way for the sake of doing it the wrong way. I'm talking about you getting paid doing it the wrong way. And consequently, that's what people are trying to. Man, how can I get some of that paper? Let me get some of that paper. That's what these young kids after. They after that paper, man. And some of them ain't got no heart. How they get that paper? If they got to break in your house, steal your car, you know, deceive you in some kind of way, they gonna do it, and they ain't gonna have no conscience about it. And I think this is one of the things that probably has shattered the black community is that our own children do things, man, that they don't even have no conscience about. You know, they don't even have a conscience about it. It doesn't even impact them. You know, they just want what they want, and that's it. And they don't care how they get it. That's how some of these kids out here now that's got the crime, that's causing all the havoc, that's causing all the fear. They want what they want, and they don't care how they get it. You know, and if hurting you, if killing you, if stealing from you is how they need to do it, they ain't got nothing to lose. Man, in fact, they gonna get street cred for coming in here doing that to you and going to jail. They'll come out with street cred. They ain't gonna go to school, graduate from college, be successful, and come out with street cred. Well, I would like to know, what I would like to know is about the situation where the little girl got beat up on a bus. Is what started it? What started that? And see, a lot of times, man, you know, people just catch one side of the story and it goes viral. You know, they don't get the full story. They just catch one side. And that one side is what goes viral. Really? So what started the fight? What started the fight? You saying he was 14, she was 9. What started the fight? And you got some of these kids out here. I mean, come on, let's be real. Let's be real now. You got, oh, who cares? I care. I care. What started the fight? I care. You know, because you could be crying foul and she could be playing victim because we all know, and this ain't no secret, that white women are some of the first ones that get out here and throw a stone and be the first one to cry foul and start crying. You know, shit, white woman can be wrong as two left shoes. The damn police come up on her, first thing she gonna do is bust out and start crying. And the police, and she could be dead wrong. And the police gonna side with her because she started crying. And they know that, man. You know, look at that girl up in the park that was, the guy was bird watching. You know, he's a black man, he's threatening me. You know, that's all you got to say. That's all you got to say. And that shit is real. You know, he was cool about it. But that's not the first time that's happened to a black person. No, I ain't seen no video. See, I don't be all that y'all jump on every little trend, every little video, every little thing, you make it go viral. You're the one. You know, you got people that they got to be the first to pass on some bad news. They got to be the first. Okay? They got to be the first to pass on some bad news. And then everybody racing who can be, man, I know we got a bus line called the X2. And I noticed that when it's going to the Minnesota Avenue station, it pulls over before a bridge. That's the last stop before you get to cross the bridge to Minnesota Avenue. And man, it's like them jokers be sitting there waiting to see who can be the first one to pull the cord for the bus to stop. And the bus got about 6 or 7 more blocks to go. But somebody always got to be the first one. Soon as that bus pull out from the side, bing, somebody got to pull it. Got to be the first one. And see, and that's the way people do gossip. Somebody always got to be the first one to try to make it go viral. And isn't it interesting that you can make a whole lot of money making something negative go viral and get nothing for going positive? Oh, no gossip. There's a video. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, man, you believe everything you see. God bless you. I don't. And I just like to know the full story behind that before I draw some conclusions. That's just my opinion. I'd like the full story before I can offer up any kind of opinion on it. Because right now, something ain't right. Well, I got somebody on the other channel talking about DC jail. Well, see, here's the problem. The average person in jail, number one, don't know their rights. And number two, they have to depend upon the lawyer they give them. And that lawyer is trying to pay off a student debt, a student loan. And it ain't but so much they're going to try to do to help you because they know you ain't got no money and you can't contribute toward their student debt that they owe. That's why most lawyers have to have retainers. Man, they trying to pay off some debt. They don't care how good your case is. They don't care how promising it is. If that lawyer is not financially able to take on your issue without any money, man, you screwed. Well, see, I don't believe that. I don't believe that uh, uh, that they won't let family. Well, see, again, if that's the case, there are a lot of good people. Now, if you're talking about the people with January 6th, fuck them. Fuck you. You deserve what your stupid ass, you shouldn't have had your stupid ass up in there. And now they got you snared up in the system and you looking for some fucking sin. Fuck you. That's how I feel about the J6 dependents over in DC jail. Man, fuck you. You deserve to get what you get because your dumb ass shouldn't have been up in there. If your dumb ass wasn't in there, you wouldn't be facing what you're facing right now. And you looking for some sympathy? Man, fuck you. That's how I feel about them. Fuck them. They shouldn't have had their dumb ass up in there from the beginning. And we wouldn't even be discussing this. It wouldn't even be no problem. Now the system, now you done went in there and got snared up in some shit and the system is screwing over you when you could have stayed your dumb ass at home. See, listen, let me tell you something. And see, I'm gonna show you, isn't it ironic that back in the day, when black folk were sold into slavery, that was free. And they told the jailer, but Mr. Jailer, I'm a free man. You know what the jailer told him? That's what they all say. Haven't you heard that before? Man, I'm innocent. The first response you're going to get is, that's what they all say. And some of them be telling the truth. But in this case, with them January 6 people, man, you're going to have to ride that storm out, buddy. I don't have no sympathy for your ass. Because you was dumb enough to take your stupid ass up in there, and now that you done got caught, and they screwing over you, and you want my sympathy? Sympathy box is empty. My sympathy box is empty. You shouldn't have had your ass up in there. It's just that simple. Just that simple. You know? And see, and this is the problem, man. You got, because I just saw an article where you had some of them J6 people weeping and crying in court. Well, I'm not homeless, man. I keep telling you, I'm in transition. I'm not homeless. I'm in transition. There's a difference. A hotel caught me. My car didn't catch me. A tent didn't catch me. A hotel caught me. So I'm in transition. Somebody, I got somebody. I need to. No, I don't need to research shit. I don't need to research it. I don't need to research it. No, I don't. I got enough shit on my plate. I don't need to research. You need to research it. That ain't my priority. A joker that's in jail ain't my priority. When the ones I hear going buck wild crazy, and I'm focusing on one that's behind bars, that can't hurt me, that I ain't got to be scared of. I ain't worried about him. I'm worried about that joker that's trying to break in my car or my house or steal something from me. You know, or running up trying to rob me. That's the one I'm worried about. I ain't worried about that joker in jail. He can't hurt me. I got my plate full out here. So now, if that person in jail, your priority, God bless you. How you know, man? I'm gonna have houses. I have houses. You just say they just haven't manifested themselves yet. I have houses, man. They just haven't manifested themselves yet. You know, you don't know what I could have by the end of the day. So you sitting here talking, you ain't in my future. Only see, the person that you don't believe in is in my future, God. Well, again, you know, if you think the government ain't gonna screw over you, you crazy. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. If you think the government ain't gonna screw over you, you crazy. You crazy. Okay. All right. If you think they ain't gonna screw over you, you crazy. And most of the time, they only screw over the people that's broke, that can't defend themselves. See, because when you got money, you can fight injustice. When you got money, you can win with it. You can win when you got money. They ain't gonna let you win and you ain't got no money. Because then you're gonna set a precedence. Then, you know, people gonna figure out, well, wait a minute. If he can do that without a lawyer, I can do the same thing. See, so it's only so much they're gonna let you do. Cause they feed themselves. You know, and you don't understand the lingo. And that's the problem with when you go and represent yourself, you haven't been taught to talk in a language that they understand. See, if you go and listen to them, they got their own language they be talking to. See, they got that English version when they talk. And you be going in there trying to talk on the street, and they be like, "That don't fly up in here. That you don't come up in here talking like you talking in the street. Talk like you know what you're talking about, like you've been educated." And most of us haven't been educated. Okay, I mean that's just the way it is, man. That's just the way it is. And those are the games that they play that most of us are ignorant of. And we got the nerve to think that there's justice, that someone cares. And you got people every day that look at justice and they paycheck. And what you think they gonna decide? They paycheck. They don't give a damn about justice for you. All they want is that paycheck, man. You know, and if they didn't have anything to directly do with your injustice, they don't care if you ever solve it. They don't care because they got a job. You're the one that's got it. They got a job. If you solve crime right now, you know how many people you put out of work? Think about that for 1 minute. If you solve crime right now, look at the people you put out of work. Because you wouldn't have no more need for them. Look at the jails for profit that would go out of business. Because there's no need for them. And we act like we don't see it. See, they build in jails. They don't care. They know if you ain't got no education, you got few options, buddy. And the few options you got, all of them are illegal. You gonna cheat, or you gonna steal, or you gonna kill. Because you ain't got nothing to look forward to. That's all you got to look forward to, man. And when you go in, it's like a community reunion. Everybody know everybody. Ain't that some shit, man? You go to jail now, everybody know everybody. They have a reunion in jail. You know, they showing you all of these good things guys are doing and how they cooking all this food because they want to attract you to that environment. See, they gonna glamorize it to make you think it's something cool to get in. Until you get in it and find out, man, this ain't what they got it all made out to be. I should have stayed my ass on the outside. Because when you get in there, man, they sure gonna try to keep you. They gonna try to keep you. You see, and you ain't never experienced something until somebody tell you, man, you ain't gonna never go. We gonna keep your ass. You ain't getting out. Think about that. Somebody actually look in your face, man, we gonna keep your ass. You ain't gonna never get out. And got you in the lock and key. And you turn around and say, man, tell me I ain't gonna never get out, and they'll cover for that person. They'll make excuses for that person and tell you because you had the nerve to speak up that you lying. And see, and this is the biggest problem that we have right now. Too many people are coming up telling the truth, and folks say they lying. Folk don't believe them. Folk try to discredit and demonize them, destroy their lives, all because they had the courage to stand up and speak the truth. This is why we are where we are. This is why we are where we are right now. Man, I hope, I'm making sense to somebody. Because it's going to all come down to us. That's what it's going to come down to. And for some reason, people don't think they have no power no more. That's the biggest lie from the pit of hell. That marching and protesting, man, you wasting your time. Ain't nothing gonna change. All that marching, all that protesting, all that hoopla, you're wasting your time. They've been doing that, what, hundreds of years now, protesting? Yeah, you talk about defund the police, but then you turn around and cause such a ruckus that police got to make overtime. And you talking about defund them, and you giving them overtime. Okay, what's going on? You giving them overtime. Just like Black Lives Matter, when they was down in front of the White House. If they didn't have 500 police officers, they ain't have one. I'm serious. For less than 100 people? So it was 5 to 1. 5 police officers for every protester. And you think you're going to go down there and cause a ruckus? And you think you're going to go down there? No, you ain't going to do nothing. You ain't going to do nothing. Because they're going to mistreat you. They're going to mistreat you. Simple as that. And they don't mind mistreating you. Man, my phone keeps dying out. I don't know why. So man, this is interesting. I'm serious. I like this. Having 2 YouTubes going at the same time. Well, see, we don't think. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Right now, if the country were to go into a panic, poor people are going to be the ones to be the catalyst to start it. Because it's the poor folk that living from paycheck to paycheck. Man, you cut off their food. You cut off their ability to be able to get some money. And they can't provide for themselves. They're going to start panicking. They're going to start rioting. You see, and the mistake they're going to make is they're going to go and burn down their own neighborhood. And the government know. When you burn down your own neighborhood, see, now you're going to have to live with that. And we gonna Now put all our resources over in the rich community. Because if you think just because you done burned down your neighborhood, that you're gonna come over to these rich folk neighborhood and you're gonna be able to cut up and act the food too? No, sir. They ain't going for that. They not gonna accept that. They not gonna have that. And you're gonna have to suffer for you because you was so stupid. You burned down your own neighborhood. And this is the problem. And they ain't in no hurry to try to rebuild it. Because as long as the community can sit in that rot and decay, all it's going to do is lower the property value. And now a developer can come in and he can pay for 20 units what he might pay for 2 or 3. Now he can get 20 units because the property value been depressed so. All by the crime. That's how they design that, man. The crime just depresses the property value. So developers can come in and they can get it dirt cheap and charge you an arm and a leg once they develop it. And you go along with them. You help them out with your stupidity. And had a nerve to talk about gentrification. That's the part that gets me. You open up the door for gentrification. And now you got the nerve to complain about it. And see, and y'all say what you want. But see, history only starts. History only starts when that white man come on the scene. Let me say that again. History only starts when that white man come on the scene. Man, when they gentrify the community, they're going to come in, they're going to change the name of that community, and that's when the history of that community going to start. Everything before them is forgotten. They forget about everything before them, and they start with the new history of the city. It used to be Sursum's Quarter, but now it's Uniontown. You don't get the history of Sursum's Quarter no more. You get the history of Uniontown. And rarely is Sursum's Quarter even mentioned in the history of Uniontown. Union Station, I should say. Uniontown is in Southeast. That's what before it became Anacostia, it was Uniontown. Uniontown had a strict covenant. No African, no Irish, and no mulatto. And I swear to God, they had a restaurant named Uniontown in the heart of Anacostia. And every time you went in it, smelled like something dead. Smelled like something dead. It went out of business. See, because nobody knew the history of Uniontown. But now you're going to sit and and name a restaurant. And see, and that's the thing about gentrification. They will always tell you where you are. 14th Street was the red light district of DC. Man, anything you looking for illegal in Washington, DC, from dope to prostitution, you could have found on 14th Street. And when you drive up and down 15th Street, you get to about 15th and R, I think. There's a business on the corner called Red Light. Right in the heart of the district of the Red Light District. See, so what yeah, I heard that. Well, True Conductor, why did they call it Red Light? Because that's where all the juke joints were. See, if you wanted to know where the juke joints were in the community, you drive through and look for the red light bulb. That's what they put on the porch. Red, that was the code. This is where juke joint at. Right? That's why they call it the red light district. See, most folk don't, even though they take the term honky to mean something negative. You know how white men used to get that? You know how they got that name? Because they would go and sit down, go to a girl's house and sit down the street and bum, 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 bum. They say, hey, there go that honky. And she go meet him. That's how white men picked up the name honky. Because when they went to the community, man, they ain't had to go to a door. Bum, 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 bum. They go honky. That was the code. That was the code. See, we had a Georgia man was the code for the slave catcher. See, the Underground Railroad, even though I got this atheist in here that don't believe in God, but the Underground Railroad was the most successful organized crime in the history of America because it was against the law to help black folk get to freedom. And so the Underground Railroad was the most successful organized crime in the history of America. I mean, we were so good. We had white folk thinking there was an actual railroad that was underground. That's how good they thought we were. That we had actually built a railroad underground. And it was nothing but a code system. That's all the Underground Railroad was a code system. That's why we talk in slang now. Because of the Underground Railroad. You ask any black person for directions. In them directions, they're going to put you a landmark. Why? Because when the sky was clear, we followed the North Star. But when it wasn't clear, man, we had to remember them landmarks to go where we're going. And ask any black person for some direction. Man, they're going to give you a landmark. Look out for this corner right here. Look out for this tree. Look out for this store. Look out for this sign. They're going to give you a landmark. Go right. Go left. I remember when my grandson was a freshman at The Ohio State University. I went up there to see him on Family and Friends Day. As soon as I get out the car, Granddaddy, man, I saw a sign that reminded me of you. This boy, you smoking reefer already. He said, quit playing, man. Come on over here and look at this sign. We reading the sign. It's dedicated to the Underground Railroad on the campus of The Ohio State University. They got 5 markers dedicated to the Underground Railroad. And we're reading it, and it said, this is marker 4 of 5. He said, Granddad, there's 5 markers. We got to find them. And we found them all. We found them all 5 of them, on the campus of The Ohio State University. How come we don't know that? And we just found out in 2016 that in 1838, Georgetown University had to sell 272 slaves to stay afloat. They just found that out in 2016, that in 1838, Georgetown University had to sell 272 slaves to stay afloat. And my question is, if you had 272 to sell, how many did you own? Georgetown. See, that ain't the question. That's the question. Nobody, wait a minute, man. If you had 272 to sell, how many did you own? That's a small church. Can you imagine, man? You go to church and everybody gone. Everybody go, where's everybody? Oh, they sent them down south. And now you scared. Because you don't know if you next. Can you imagine the fear that instilled in people? And they only care about the families that they restarted. They don't care about the families that they left. See, the families that was broken apart don't get no benefits. Families that were torn apart, see, nobody care about them. They only care about the families that were started afterwards. And see, and if you're gonna make us whole, then why not deal with the family that was torn apart? And that's why our history is so sensitive, man. Because you got a lot of people, man, that were just torn apart. They were just torn apart, man. No sympathy, no nothing, no goodbye, no I'll see you later. You know, sold into slavery. And now you who you say you are, and you got to forget about everything else. Can you imagine that, man? That you got wife and kids that you have to forget about, that you can't contact, you don't know their whereabouts, none of that, and you got to start your life all over again. You got to start a new bloodline, because your bloodline has been destroyed. And people, you know, they don't seem to understand that, man. They don't want to understand it. And that's just the reality. That's why, you know, a lot of us fight each other so, because look at the confusion that we got in our bloodlines. Ain't nobody pure, man. Let me say that again. You ain't gonna find no pure people. Ain't no pure white people, ain't no pure black people, ain't no pure Asian people, ain't no pure nobody. Everybody mixed up with something. You think Mr. Bobo ain't in my tree? Look at me, man. You think Mr. Bobo ain't up in my tree somewhere? Somebody. I just don't know who. But I know he up in there. We all got all kinds of blood mixed up in us. Bobo, yes, Mr. Bobo. That's the nickname for the white man, Mr. Bobo. If you want to know, that's his nickname, Mr. Bobo. I told you, man, the Underground Railroad was nothing but a coal system. So when I say, hey, man, don't worry about Mr. Bobo. He ain't over here. Don't worry about that white man, man. He ain't over here. More so, you call it stupidity. Well, if it was so stupid, how did we trick y'all so? If it was so stupid, how did we trick y'all? If we were stupid, you know, how did we trick y'all? If we were so stupid, you ain't got no answer for that. Oh, I didn't think so. But anyway, let me go. See, man, I went to Walmart yesterday. Got me a cup. Got me a bowl. Got some dishes. I got me some stuff right here. See, this what I did. I went to Walmart, man. I said, man, I'm gonna get me something I can eat off of, so I can, you know, I can feel like I'm human. Cause I'm just in transition. That's how I look at it, man. You know, I get out here, I'm still in transition, buddy, and this could happen to anybody. See, that's the thing that amazes me. Folk act like it can't happen to them. That they can't end up. At least I got the courage to keep trying. At least I got the courage not to go to try to live off the government. At least I got the courage to get out here and still try to do for self. And people want to say I'm begging. I'm panhandling because I'm trying to be independent. because I don't want to lean on nobody. I'm panhandling. And I'm saying, man, you know what I look forward to? I look forward to be able to give with all my needs met. And that's what I want. That's what I look forward to. I look forward, man, to be able to help people when all of my needs are met. Man, when I ain't got to worry about nothing. Can you imagine that, man? How generous would you be if all your needs are met? You ain't got to worry about nothing. How generous would you be? That's what I want to experience, man. I want to be able to just bless people, man. And I ain't worried about, how I'm gonna pay my rent, how I'm gonna pay my phone bill. All my needs are met. I ain't gotta worry about them. I can just be a blessing. Cause see, at 70 years old, man, I'm beyond the mansion and all of the cars. I don't need that shit now. I'm too old for that. That's too much stress. All that expense, man, that's too much damn stress. I just want to live a simple life, enjoy my wife, travel, and help people. That's what I want to do, man, and create shit. All my stuff that I've created is American made. All of it is American made. All my stuff is American made, man. My dinnerware, American made, American jobs. This ain't going overseas. This is produced right here in America. And folk tell me I'm a pipe dreamer. And I'm trying to create American jobs. But I'm dreaming. I'm crazy. You see, and these are the kind of things that, see, it's the people that aren't afraid to give, that aren't afraid to help, that aren't afraid to speak up. That's the one you should be supporting, not the one that you should be demonizing. But that joker that ain't scared to speak up, that'll sell your soul, sell you behind your back, turn on you just like that. Them the ones that you give chance on top of chance on top of chance. But that one that'll stand up and speak up, you scared of him because he gonna tell you the truth. And that's what the problem is, man. We got too many people afraid of the truth. They're afraid. And consequently, we got what we got. All right? Man, let me get ready and layer up. Go down to the White House. See what's going on today. What's going on? Oh, you in here with your buddy, conservative atheist. You might as well speak to him too. Because he show up in there with you. he show up in there with you, girl. I ain't lying. Because he's there. Yeah, he's having this big interview at noon. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. At least better be late than never. So, yeah, he in there. Hey, conservative atheist, are you gone, man? Or are you gonna tell us who gonna interview you, man, so we can be looking out for the podcast? Or are you just gonna wait until afterwards and let us know who it is? What you gonna do, conservative atheist? You gonna let us know, or do we have to wait in suspense to find out? Afterwards, okay. All right. I'm just trying to help y'all out so y'all can support the man. See the bullshit he be talking. Because that's all it is bullshit. But, hey, it is what it is. So, I got to starch my shirts before I leave today, too. That's what I got to do. Starch my other shirts so I can have them. See, I got my ironing board right there. Iron my shirts. Oh, I can still, okay, just afterwards. Okay. I'm excited, y'all. Man, today is my daughter's 40th birthday today. Damn, my daughter is 40 years old today. This was the day that changed my life forever, when my daughter was born. That changed my life forever. Sure did. Today is her 40th birthday. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live down there. Let y'all see what's going on. I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go down and play some. I'm gonna get a list of countries that people normally don't even know anything about, and play their national anthem, and let the world hear what they do. Thank you. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think so. I'm on to something, man. I just don't know. I don't know where it's gonna lead, but I do know I'm on to something. I do know that. I do know I'm doing something different. Right now, people don't really appreciate it, but they will. Hearing their national anthem in front of the White House, it's gonna become that joint gonna take off. Oh, they have protests down there every day. Every day they got stuff going on down there. This is what I keep trying to tell people. This is where the world meets, man. If the White House wasn't important, why do so many people come to see it? If it wasn't important. That's the only reason they come. Because the place is important. And they want to see it. So I try to connect with the world right there in front of the White House. And a lot of them kind of like shocked. A lot of people are surprised to hear some of their music being played in front of the White House. You know, it catch them by surprise. And because I'm a black man doing it, now they're like, and I got a bucket sitting out there. Now they're like, wow. And like I said, there are a lot of people hate my guts, like conservative atheists. But he would agree when I told Black Lives Matter, man, you full of shit. He agreed with me. That's one thing he can say, Truth Conductor. I don't have the nerve to conservative atheists. Would you have gone in the middle of a Black Lives Matter protest and told them they were full of shit? Conservative atheists. I know you still have been here. Would you have done it? You don't want to answer that question, conservative atheists? Would you have told them they was full of shit to their face? No. Because you'd be scared, getting your butt kicked. And I know you would. I know you'd be scared. But anyway, y'all, let me go starch my shirts, okay? And I'm gonna get ready and go down to the White House. I'll go live when I come back. I'll see y'all.